track the impacts of Debbie across the Carolinas, a look at the destruction and cleanup already underway. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich breaks down how climate change is fueling the heavy rains we're seeing. And a warning for car buyers. Vehicles damaged by today's heavy rains and flash flooding may end up at a lot near you. What to look out for? Thank you for joining us here at 2:30. I'm Nick Sturdivant. Today, we are keeping you weather aware as Tropical Storm Debbie continues to impact our area. Turning out to the forecast. But before we get to meteorologist KJ Jacobs, let's take a look outside. This is a live look over uptown Charlotte. We've been under flash flood warnings all day. Meteorologist KJ Jacobs joins us now. And KJ, what do people need to know at this exact minute?
Well, Nick, we're certainly seeing rising water across the area. These impacts coming up in just a few minutes. Nick?
All right, thank you for that update, KJ. Well, right now we're learning at least one person is dead after an overnight tornado ripped through Wilson County. A search and rescue team says it recovered a body from a collapsed home just a few hours ago. Deputies say 9 other homes were heavily damaged, as well as a middle school. And right now, Governor Roy Cooper is in Wilson County. He's meeting with community members at Springfield Middle School, saying the state will come back from this tragedy.
Right now, we are in response mode, making sure that we're working to save lives and to get through this storm. The storm is moving through. Hopefully, it will be out of here by Friday. After that, there will be a time for damage assessment.
And the governor added that the results from the damage assessment will decide how much funding the state needs. Meantime, as we speak, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster is giving an update on how the state is recovering from the impacts of Debbie. Just yesterday, McMaster said, quote, "We're in the second act of a 3-act play." Well, right now here on your screen is a live look at the current Duke Energy outage map. We checked just moments ago. Duke is reporting roughly 20,000 outages in and around Charlotte. We will be keeping a close eye on these numbers throughout the day. And as we speak, the first day of school is wrapping up for Fort Mill and Rock Hill. Meanwhile, several school districts closed or switched to remote learning today in anticipation of Debbie. We're keeping an eye out to see if there will be any impacts tomorrow due to flooded roads or downed trees, and we will bring you those updates right here on WCNC Charlotte. And it's no surprise Debbie is having an impact at Charlotte Douglas today. So far, more than 610 flights have been delayed and 21 have been canceled. If you have to fly today, check your flight status often, since this severe weather is expected to last all day. And this storm, once again, showing us how climate change is impacting the Carolinas. WCNC Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich explains why a warming globe means the potential for more heavy rain.
If it seems like we get feast or famine to live where it rains, you should consider flood insurance. For WCNC Charlotte, I'm Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich.
And the cars that are in floodwaters this week may end up for sale later this year. Vehicle history reports are supposed to alert you to any problems, but that's not always guaranteed. That's because flood damage is only covered by comprehensive coverage. So if the owner did not have it, there was no need to report it to the insurance company, and they can sell the car without telling anyone. Or here are some tips we found for making sure a car you buy is legit. First, see if there's any kind of moldy or musty smell. Then pop up the trim panel on the side of the door to check for rust. Also, look in the door pockets for dirt that settles in when water floods into the car and then dries up. It's smart to check the spare tire compartment for rust, dirt, or smells as well. Well, right now we're learning new information on the story we brought you just last week. A man is now behind bars in connection to a Mooresville house fire that killed 6 pets and hurt 2 firefighters. Investigators say Eric Cherry intentionally set the fire on Indian Springs Drive. Reports say Cherry broke into the home after a domestic dispute with his girlfriend, and that deputies at the scene overheard Cherry threatening the victim on the phone. No one was in the home at the time of the fire. Now back to our big story of the day. We're reminding you to stay weather aware today as Debbie rolls through the Carolinas. Meteorologist KJ Jacobs has been tracking the impacts. And KJ, we're seeing a lot of flooded roads and downed trees across our area.
That's exactly right, Nick. And it doesn't take much for any trees to be impacted. And we should stay in the mid 80s for early next week. Nick?
All right, thank you, KJ. We're 2 weeks into the Paris Olympics. Let's take a look at the current medal count. The U.S. continues its dominance with 95 total medals, more than 20 ahead of second place China. In third, host country France with 52, followed by Great Britain with 51 and Australia with 43. Well, in less than an hour, a Charlotte native hopes to add another medal for Team USA. Anna Cockrell will hit the track in the 400-meter hurdles final at 3:25. This is her second Olympics. And a reminder that while the Olympics will be on WCNC Charlotte today, we still got your news headlines covered, and we will continue to track the impact of Debbie. We'll be streaming live again at 3:30 with the latest developments. You can find that on our website, WCNC.com, or inside our WCNC mobile app.